morning. Let me begin with a little bit of a program note. This week, the beginning of May, we're going to change up a little bit what we're doing with the daily devotionals. We're not going to have a daily devotional every day. We're going to do one on Monday and one on Wednesday, and then until we are able to begin our Sunday school again, we'll continue with the Bible study on Saturday. And then on Sundays, we're going to begin a video we're going to call The Preaching Ministry at First Cumberland Presbyterian Church. And rather than have the entire worship service filmed, you will only be able to see the sermon. And that is a way to invite you to come and experience the whole worship service if you can. But if you can't come, you still can at least be able to hear the sermon for each week. And so that is one of our little shifts we're making as things are beginning to open up a little bit, and we'll be able to get some other things done. And it frees up my time to do some other things that I need to do as well. But I am so thankful that we've been able to do these daily devotionals now for well over a year, nearly a year and 2 months, I suppose. And but now it's time for something new, and that's what we're going to do. I'm standing, as I hope you can tell, in a field of buttercups at our house, and they are beautiful, and the yellow goes all the way back. I don't know if you can tell that. And these buttercups are up, above the level of my knees. They are so thick. However, as beautiful as they are, buttercups are mildly toxic to horses, and the horses don't eat them because they don't taste good to them because they are mildly toxic. And Lee and I have been trying to get rid of the buttercups for a little while now. The problem is that buttercups love to grow where it's very moist and where there's a lot of moisture in the ground. And the first people who came out to spray our farm for buttercups just got their truck stuck out here, and so the buttercups are very well evolved because we can't spray them while it's wet, but they like to grow in the wet. We do think we've got somebody coming out this week to spray for them, and we'll lose the beautiful yellow, but hopefully we will get some grass that the horses actually can eat instead. But that really reminded me of a passage that we find in Matthew 23 where Jesus is complaining to the Pharisees, and he says, "Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you are like whitewashed tombs, which on the outside look beautiful, but inside they are full of the bones of the dead and of all kinds of filth. So you also on the outside look righteous to others, but inside you are full of hypocrisy and lawlessness." I was complaining about the buttercups to Lee earlier today, and I said, they're very ornamental, but they're toxic. And the reason I said that was Lee's mother has this wonderful phrase. She will say to somebody who does something kind to her, she will say, "You are useful as well as ornamental." And we were laughing and saying, buttercups are ornamental for sure, but they're not useful. And when I said that, Lee said, yeah, there's a lot of people who are ornamental, but they're toxic. And that's exactly what Jesus was saying about the Pharisees and the scribes. You may look beautiful and you may look like you have these wonderful cleaned up lives, but inside you're just a bunch of stinking tombs. There's nothing but death in there. And that is a warning to us that we want to have the life of Christ in us. And that means that we need to let Christ inform us and Christ transform us. And we need to be the people of love and joy and integrity that Jesus calls us to be. And it also reminds us, I think, that we need to be aware that even some people who look like they have it all together and they look like they're so righteous and wonderful, they may be useful but toxic. And useful but toxic people are people we need to be aware of, not to let them influence us unduly and not to let them be a part of our lives in unduly ways, but maybe we instead can influence them as well. So I hope you have a beautiful day this day. I hope you have a beautiful week, and I hope that it is useful as well as ornamental, and I hope that you are useful as well as ornamental. You can be that, I can be that, because God is with us. Amen.